skipper, not the last day that you would have expected. Um, did it save you some hard work, or was it a missed opportunity this
Well,
final day?
we were looking forward to day five. Obviously, 280 runs to win 98 overs was possible, for the win. Obviously, you can't control the weather.
Okay. Um, Even though this was a rain shortened match, you had Kirk McKenzie making his test debut in this game. How would you assess how he handled the situation?
Quite good. He came in 15 minutes ago when he first batted, and he showed good composure, which was good. He was still able to hit some boundaries, despite under that pressure. So I think that was a good sign. Unfortunately, he didn't go on and get a big score, but I think he looked good, and it's just for him to keep improving, keep thinking of ways to improve, in terms of as a batsman out there, and have different field settings and different situations. But for sure, he's going to be good in the future.
Did the pitch play the way you had expected it to? It was pretty high scoring over the first 2 or 3 days. Did it play the way you had hoped it would play?
I expected it to play that way as normal. It's always a good batting deck. Obviously, it didn't have the pace and bumps, but it was good for batting.
Okay. Final question from me. Even though this was a short series, um, what does this series, if anything, tell you about your team and the work that you still have to do when it comes to developing as a test side?
I think as a bowling unit, I still think there's areas we could, cut down on our run rates. I think at times we bowl to both sides. So I think we could be a little more disciplined with the ball, controlling, the run rate of batsmen at times. And batting wise, we showed some fight here, batting over 100 overs, which was good. But the key is obviously to be consistent. And, the key to consistency is obviously discipline. And as batters, discipline could be if you're practicing every day, and you're not taking it off there. So it's just, small things like that. But it shows we have it, and it's key for us to believe it, even more as a group so that we could do it more consistently.
And Craig, the next test series is a long way in between. There are a lot of white ball cricket for the players who are playing both formats. But for players who are not considered white ball players, what will be the next thing for them in between this series and the Australian series, especially now that we have a separate bowling, a separate coaching team for both formats?
Well, for sure we'll have some camps in between. We're going to Australia Kookaburra balls, so I think using those balls in those camps will be important. Yeah, so I just think specific camps throughout that period is important. I know we have a 50 over regional tournament in October. There's an 18th tour in November, hopefully. So I think that'll be good to get some guys going on that tour of South Africa. But yeah, I would say a mixture of camps. I think as a group we will have some camps in the future before the series, and obviously along with some guys have obviously local cricket back home on weekends, so you can't take that for granted. But it's a mixture, I guess, of those.
And some people have the view that the test team would need some players who might be able to score a bit faster. Now, you talk about these 50 over Super 50 tournament. How important will be that tournament even for test players?
But I think 50 overs is a lot of overs. It's 300 balls. I think the team test cricket is batting for long periods. I mean, scoring at whichever rate is determined by the batsman. I think as I said, we show good foot here in this game. India obviously bowl well, and yeah, I think we have the guys to get the job done in both test cricket and 50 over.
And you talked about McKenzie, and we saw what Atenas can do. What do you say for the future of West Indies in the batting department, especially?
Yeah, I think we have a bright future. The key for us is when we get back home, make sure we work on our strengths and our weaknesses. We know we're coming up against Australia in 6 months' time, and we know they're bowlers. So we as batsmen, we got to work out, along with the coaches, how we want to score runs against them, the challenge is going to be starting the ball and swinging the ball. We know that's going to happen. Guys going above 85 miles an hour. Pitches are good for batting. Good bounce. Obviously, way different to the Caribbean. But there are pitches where our batsmen will enjoy more because you can play through the line. So I think we have the talent here. Just what when we get home, in between the T20 tournaments and the field tournaments, what we do, to prepare, for Test cricket, and along with the management, we will have that discussion, coming up in the next couple of weeks, and obviously preparing, for the next Test series.
But you talked about the players preparing. Now, do you think that the pitch creators could do more to help us in this team? Because in the first test, we put India on a turning pitch. Yes, so seeing that we put India on a turning pitch in Dominica, do you think that the ground staff could do a bit more to assist the home team, the West Indies?
Yeah, I think, yeah, I can't speak about it really, to be honest. But I think once we could produce good cricket pitches here in the Caribbean, it will help our batsmen. Some guys, every guy don't have a lot of patience. Some guys like to play through the line, but it's tough on certain slow pitches. So I think improving the pitches generally would help both batsmen and bowler. The bowlers don't put in as much effort to get the ball carried through to the keeper. So I do think it's important, and I know, we will be trying our best, along with the board to get the pitches to a level you want it to be plastic, good for fast ball.
Thanks, oh, okay. Yeah, it was